It's valuable knowledge to get rid of the nonsense of self-help books and realize that many of one's problems are actually very social. The 1968 slogan of the second wave feminists is very valuable. The personal is political. The personal is political and the individual is social. We need social sciences to see this depth. Otherwise, we will not be able to eliminate the nonsense they call personal development and continue to feed this dream-selling industry. Actually, there is no such thing as personal development, but I will discuss that in another video. Now, let's move on to the subject of the video, a book that still carries a very valuable essence even today, 180 years after it was written.
Your lot are paid to work, not sleep.
Dites la contradiction. Karl Marx. Ich habe Ihre gelesen. Sie sind der größte materialistische Denker unserer Zeit. Prost.
Sans révolte contre l'ordre existant. Et j'espère le voir bientôt craquer, ce vieux monde.
Ich habe genug von der Heuchelei, der Dummheit und der brutalen Autorität.
The Manuscripts of 1844 is the book I admire the most among Marx's texts. In March 1844, he began writing this book, which became known as Economic and Philosophic Manuscripts of 1844. The work has two main themes. One describes an alienated man in bourgeois society. According to Marx, the emergence and disappearance of alienation are related to the existence and development of private property. Marx doesn't reduce alienation to a religious alienation like Feuerbach. He focuses on alienated labor in terms of the proletariat. He examines the transformation of work into a state that becomes alien and hostile to the wage worker, in which the worker, having lost his human relations, is forced to sell his human abilities. Phenomena such as the domination of man over man, the alienation of laborers from each other, the feeling of loneliness, and the indifference and indifference of man to man are related to the fact that money has become the only criterion and can buy everything. Marx explains the Hegelian idea that man creates himself through his own labor on a concrete basis. According to him, self-creation is impossible in the capitalist system. In a system that keeps social relations away from unity and sharing, it becomes impossible for man to create himself positively. Alienation doesn't belong to human nature. As many philosophers believe, it's a necessary consequence of a system built on relations of exploitation. Alienation is a historical phenomenon and one of the most distinctive features of capitalist society. In fact, according to Marx, alienation is the necessary consequences of private property and the reduction of all human practices to sale. As long as private property exists, alienation doesn't disappear. As long as man is not measured by money but by his intrinsic value, and as long as money doesn't disappear, alienation will continue. When he says you can only replace love with love and trust with trust, he emphasizes that the fact that human relations are controlled and influenced by money is one of the apparent consequences of alienation. This is the essence of what I understand from the book 1844 Manuscripts. I tried to explain it to you in this short video. Thanks for watching.